Well, hey gang, how you doing? Jonathan here for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report, coming to you not from La Paz, Baja, Mexico. I'll tell you about that in just a minute, but it is covering everything about our Tailhunter Sportfishing fleet in La Paz, Baja, Mexico. Wherever you are, hope you're doing well. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for spending time with us, and if you like what we're doing, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. This is going to cover the dates of March 4th through the 14th of 2025. Once again, I'm a little tardy in getting one of these out to you. Listen, we just got through with 4 unbelievable days at the Costa Mesa Fairgrounds for the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show, and I can't believe what a show it was. I tell you what, by the second or third day, some of the vendors were running out of inventory. They were running out of fishing gear. We were running out of brochures, flyers. There were so many people. Even though it rained the first 2 days, it was shoulder to shoulder. Jill and I were in the booth like 10 hours a day. We never left the booth except to run to the restroom. Folks brought us food. They brought us stuff to drink. We had so much in our booth. Our booth was surrounded by so many folks, so many friends. We did not stop talking. I'm not kidding you, for 4 straight days. And we sort of kind of partied, and we got together with a lot of our friends for 2 days before that, also for my birthday. So we didn't stop talking for about 6 straight days. And what happened was, well, you can kind of tell my voice is still kind of shot. We both lost our voices, did not recover them for about 3 or 4 days. And then we both kind of picked up a bug or something, maybe from shaking too many hands, or maybe because we just hadn't had any sleep. We'd been traveling for about a week, then doing the shows, and then trying to wind down, pack everything up, trying to get back on the road and get things put together after a great show like that. So that's why this report is once again more than a week late. But let me tell you, there really wasn't much going on down in La Paz for the last couple of days because the winds once again are blowing. And if you've listened to my fishing reports, you know that November to April is going to be our off season. Very often the winds are blowing way too strong to be out there or to be comfortable. You're going to get wet, you're going to get bumped, you're going to get seasick. It's going to be real tough to fish. Not many people are out there fishing at all. But in the last couple of, well, overall, I'm going to say with each passing month, it's getting a little better. Waters are calming a little bit more. We've had probably maybe only 2 days a week where you could fish. Well, it's getting a little better. The winds aren't blowing quite as rough as they have been in the last couple of months, and the good days are getting better. There's a nice variety of fish out there. The waters are warming, although they're still a little bit on the green side. With our Las Arenas fleet, we're looking at some really nice bites on Sierra, Amberjack. There's some nice fat yellowtail over at Cerralvo Island that are eating the jigs, if you know how to throw yo-yo iron or to drop the knife jigs down. And they're also eating mackerel as well. And some of these fish are running 20 to 35 pounds. There's also a couple tuna that have popped up as well, although none of them have stuck. And these reports are coming to us from some of the commercial guys that have to fish every day. There's also Pargo, there's Cabria. Some of those Pargo liso are starting to show up. Some rooster fish are starting to show, although none of the big ones. These are maybe 5 to 10 pound rooster fish that are showing up along the beach. There's also Jack Crevel, there's Bonita. There's a nice variety of fish with our Las Arenas fleet, and it's getting better and better. These fish are there all the time. The big issue is whether we can even get out there, because if the winds are blowing, it's really not worth it to get out there. Not only is it going to be tough to fish, it's going to be tough to get to the areas where the fish are located. Plus, it's going to be even tougher to try to get live bait, because the areas where the commercial guys pick up the live bait or where our captains catch the live bait very often is, the waves are crashing there, and it's just too impossible to get the live bait. So only 2 or 3 days a week Are we able to fish those areas? And again, not many people are even wanting to go out fishing at this time of the year. Mostly the snowbirds are in town, and they're not hardcore fishermen or fishing ladies, I guess, or fisher folks. They just really want to try to get out one day. And if that day is a day that's blowing, I'm going to be real honest with them and tell them, listen, better to stay on the beach, go have a nice lunch. I don't want you to get seasick. Don't want you to have a bad time. The whole point is to have some fun. So we have had a couple folks out there, and they're finding some very, very nice variety. For our La Paz fleet, once again, waters are starting to calm. There's still some rough water coming in because we've got those northern winds that are blowing and make it really rough to get out of the bay. But on the days when we can get out, from the days that the commercial guys and some of the other boats can get out, with folks from town, independent folks who can pick and choose the days when the winds aren't blowing, they're finding, again, this is yellowtail season. I don't know how long it's going to last. Usually it runs into June, maybe later part of June. It depends on the water temperatures, but the conditions are ideal right now, and we're finding once again those 20-25 pound yellowtail in the high spots where there is some structure, where there's some rocks, where there's some reef. And the whole key once again is just waiting until there's a window of opportunity when the winds aren't blowing so strong and you can get out there. So things are starting to look up. It's looking very, very promising. We're starting to get a lot more reservations as a result of all of the shows. We're done with all of the shows. We've been on the road since January. We did shows in Reno, we did Nashville, we did Salt Lake City, we just finished Orange County here in Southern California. We're going to get back on the road, head back to Texas, drop things off, and as soon as we can, get back down to La Paz because the season's percolating. Things are looking better. Got a lot of reservations coming in. A lot of you folks are going to be coming down. If you are coming down, just a word of advice. It's still a little chilly. The temperatures are hitting the 80s in the daytime, but the morning temperatures and the nighttime temperatures are still down into the 50s. It's better to bring a sweatshirt or bring a windbreaker that you can take off. There's going to be some spray, so you don't want to get chilled. You can always take that off. Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So that's going to be a quick wrap up on what's going on. Hope you're doing well. Hope my voice gets back. Hopefully get you another report within the week like I normally do, and we'll get these coming on a regular basis. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. God bless. Thanks for checking in. I'm Jonathan for the Mexican.